Right. I know, it's so good. Like, I can't even believe it. It's like, oh, hey, Michelle Cederberg here with your weekly work-life recharge, drinking wine and eating chocolate on a Friday night. Woo! Cheers, TGIF. Actually, there's more to it than that. A few weeks back, I did a video with Kim on meditation. It's number 29 in the series if you missed it. And while we were doing that, she suggested that we should perhaps also do a video on mindfulness.
Whoa, grasshopper. Mindfulness, is simply about being in the moment.
Being in the moment. It's not all woo-woo.
No.
Okay, well, tell me more about it then. What's this big thing about mindfulness?
It's paying attention to everything that you're doing and feeling and experiencing and even thinking and drinking.
Mindfulness with drinking. Tell me more about that, because that sounds a bit crazy.
Well, oftentimes we don't even really pay attention to how things taste, right? And what they look like or how they smell.
Whether it's wine or your morning coffee or that great sandwich that you have at lunch or whatever it might be.
Yeah, or the chocolate.
That's right in front of us that we haven't had a bite
right
with
in front
yet.
of us.
So tell me about mindfulness with wine and chocolate then, because this sounds like fun.
Okay, let's put down our wine glasses and let's start. I know, just for a second.
Okay.
Just for a second. And then take a piece of chocolate.
All right.
I'm gonna have this one right here. And I know this is weird. You may not want to do that in a restaurant necessarily, but at home it's good practice. So you put it in your hand and look at it, right? What does the chocolate look like? It's a little bit shiny. You can get a sense for what it looks like, the shape, and then what it feels like too. Mm-hmm. And then take a whiff. Oh, chocolate.
That smells so good.
Smells so good. So this is usually when we lose people, right?
Yep.
Don't do it.
Okay.
So you enjoy the smell. Like, what does it smell like?
Heaven.
And describe it.
Cocoa. Sweet. Like, really, there's a good smell to this. This is quality chocolate.
Mm-hmm. Rich, right? So
Yeah.
you might pick up things. You might decide you don't even like it before you eat it.
Right, because some chocolates have a really bitter smell, or
Yes, but this is
one's
not
delicious.
not the case.
I mean, tasted it and it's delicious.
Yeah. So can we take just a little bite?
Just a little one.
And don't swallow it. Just let it sit on your tongue.
Wow.
And let it melt. And what does it taste like?
I don't think I've ever let chocolate be in my mouth this long. It's always straight in.
Right.
It's got a little sweetness to it. It's got a lovely berry filling on this particular one. Oh my God.
Which you would miss.
It's like, it's making my mouth water.
And it lasts longer. And then you don't eat as much. So
Oh, wow. Did you hear that? If you savor, if you're in the moment, if you slow down,
yeah.
you pay more attention to hunger cues and you don't eat as much.
Yeah, and at
All
the
right.
extreme of this, right, is addiction. So you're numbing based on what you're eating, potentially, right? Overeating, drinking, drugs.
You're saying that if you're not mindful at the very, very extreme end, we can get into trouble with
Yes.
going to the excess.
And mindfulness is used as one way of treating addiction.
Because when if people are drinking too much or overeating, it's an unconscious thing and it's a numbing thing and it's to cover up so they're not present with what's actually happening.
Precisely.
That's very interesting.
Okay, so
All right,
let's
so
put
the
down
next,
the chocolate,
okay,
yeah.
so, all right.
And then let's take our wine glasses. I know,
Best part.
mindfully lick the chocolate off
There's
your...
a savoring element that I don't think I've ever done with chocolate before. This is great. All right,
Yeah.
wine.
Okay, cheers again.
Cheers.
Yeah. So before you,
I've been to wine tasting, so this is a little more
yes,
close
and
to
so
me.
it seems a little hoity-toity, but really what you're doing is you're looking at the color of the wine, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the legs. I've heard that's a
term.
nerdy
I've
term.
heard that that's a thing.
Yeah. And then you take a whiff.
Now this is an interesting one because the wine tasters out there will know. Sometimes you put your nose in a glass and it's like, what? It doesn't smell like something I want to drink.
Right.
Which is interesting because it often tastes really great, but that's just part of being in the moment.
Yeah. And then it changes, right? As you add some oxygen, you swirl it. The smell's going to change. So what does it smell like?
Heaven.
So we can make fun of the whole process, or we can
Blackberries.
really,
yeah, exactly. I get it. I'm
yeah,
joking around,
admire, admire that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, go for it.
And then just paying attention.
And you didn't take a huge swig, right? You took a little bit, and then you spent
Yeah.
some time with it.
I'm guessing I probably should have kept it in my mouth longer.
Well, but that's okay. But you'll enjoy it more, or maybe not. Maybe you'll decide faster that you don't like it, and then you'll choose something else.
I had a very sweet bottle of white wine the other day that's
Not good.
That's good. I didn't enjoy it.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. It doesn't have to be wine and chocolate, right?
No, it could be your reactions to things. It could be how you feel about certain situations. We're really unconscious of why we do things sometimes. So it's about pausing and realizing, oh, right, that's that trigger that I get a lot.
It's like, okay, when I'm tired, I reach for popcorn.
Yes.
Or if I'm upset, then I tend to lash out or send angry texts.
Yes.
Those kinds of things.
Right. And sometimes if you overdrink and you text, that's not good. I've heard.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. Pro
Okay,
tip.
so here's a question. Pro tip. What's the difference between mindfulness and meditation?
Well, mindfulness is a type of meditation as well, and I feel it's advanced, right?
Yeah.
It's about sitting or laying down and taking in everything that you hear and feel potentially and think.
But I'm also hearing you say that mindfulness is a way of just being in life.
It is. It's a way of living.
Yeah.
Yeah, that you can cultivate with practice.
So some of the easy ways, besides drinking wine and eating chocolate all the time, that people can kind of practice mindfulness from day to day, like, what would you say?
Yeah. No multitasking. That's like the worst. That is anti-mindfulness.
Oh, I'm so with you on that.
Yeah. So
There's a video coming up on that.
But yeah, you can do one thing, or you can have a busy day.
Yes.
And be mindful.
Right.
But it's because you're only doing one thing at once. You're not trying to do a million things. You're not trying to feed the dog and then take care of the kids and then, make a meal and give yourself a pedicure.
Yeah. And one of the things that I think is an easy way for us to do that is if somebody's having a conversation with you, to stop what you're doing and actually engage.
Yeah.
That's a mindful moment where you're actually making a connection, not going through your phone or distracting and doing other things while you're talking.
It's a really good example, active listening, because we've lost that ability.
Yeah.
Especially where phones are involved.
Yeah.
Poor phones.
Yeah. And I also really savor my morning cup of coffee. So that's another way of just being, like, take a few moments in the morning and just
Yeah.
breathe it in.
And it sets you up on this calmer, more grounded way to start your day.
Well, there you go. Manifesting mindful moments, whether it's with wine and chocolate or your morning coffee, find ways to practice peace. Thank you again, Kim McNeil, KimMcNeilYoga.ca. Check her out. Check out her retreats where she actually does wine tasting as a mindfulness exercise. Thanks again for being here. Until next time, I'm Michelle Cederberg, helping you transform your work and your life one recharge at a time. Cheers.
Cheers.
To wine and chocolate on a Friday night. Life is good.
Life is good.
This is such a... Seriously.
It's good
I'm so
chocolate.
glad I really like this chocolate because I didn't know what was in it and I was afraid I was going to... So good.